What's up, my pilots? Angryponcho here. We're back playing Crash Team Racing. In this episode, we begin officially the Relic races. Although we've already done Turbo Track and Crash Cove, all the other tracks are still out there, and we need to be racing on them. So we're starting off with Ruse Tubes. So if you're just coming in, or if you don't know what the heck's going on, the Relic races, basically how they work, I did not have nearly enough speed to get that box, that's fine, is you have to, it's like a time trial. You're basically racing against the clock. There's no other carts on the track. Whoa, that's not what I expected to do there. You're not really interested in anything other than getting around the track quickly, and I totally blew that slide there. That was bad. I missed 2 out of 3. There we go. Trying to make a little bit of time. So you're basically just racing against the clock, and you try and get to a certain, there we go, level of speed, and just hold it there. I'm going to take a longer route around this corner because, yeah, here you go. You get these boxes that are worth 2 or 3 seconds. That's worth taking a wide turn. I already can tell my commentary is getting muddled. It's just so early on in the episode I start to lose track of what the hell I'm talking about. I blew that same power slide again. That's weird. I think that amalgam, that whole pile of boxes there, just throws me off. There's too many of them. Okay, on the 3rd lap I'm going to go underneath the mushrooms. I think there's a box there right at the end of the track. Maybe I can get it this time. Ah! No, I jumped at the wrong time. That was bad. My timing was way off. So in the Relic races there are 3 tiers of relics. Basically got, you know, you have one that's Sapphire, which you can see the time for on the upper left corner of the screen, which basically just says, yeah, you finished the race and it was not a horrible time. You didn't totally suck. Congratulations. There's nothing there. Okay, that's where the R is on the Crash Team Racing token race. But yeah, so you got the Sapphire Relic, which is the easiest to get, and then you got the Gold Relic, which is a little bit harder, and then you have the Platinum Relic, which is actually kind of difficult on most of the tracks. So I'm not going to be going for any certain tier of Relic. I'm just going to be getting... Oh, I hit retry, didn't I? Damn. I don't want to retry. I'm going to go back to the map. I'm just going to get any level of Relic, because if I try and put the... I don't know what the... I was going to say put the brakes on, but that's the opposite of what I want. If I try and get the Platinum Relic on every single track, there are going to be a few tracks, especially later in the game, where I would have to try it probably a dozen times before I got it. And I don't think there's any benefit. I don't think there's any benefit to getting the Platinum Relics. I'm pretty sure that they unlock the same things as the Sapphire ones do, so... I'm just going to do the best I can, and once I qualify for a Relic, I'll walk away with it. You know, it's like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? If you make it to $128,000, man, just take the money! Just take the money, man! Actually, that would be a bad time to quit, considering if you lost at that point, you'd still get $64,000. So once you make it past that checkpoint, you don't go back down below it. There we go. Got some speed. That's a good start. Did you guys ever watch Who Wants to Be a Millionaire back when Regis Philbin was the host? That guy was great. Sorry, Meredith Vieira, but you suck. You're really just not a great host. She doesn't interact with the contestants as well as Regis did. And so often it's like... I don't know. Regis often seemed like he was wondering about the answers to the questions himself. And Meredith Vieira, she just sort of seems like she doesn't care that much. It's like it's her job, you know? Whereas Regis seems to have a little bit more passion. You know what I mean? Not that he's Latino or anything, just... It's... Yeah, what am I even saying? So I've been watching Dexter. And, I like that show. It's weird. I find it strange that 2 of the best shows on modern television, Dexter and Breaking Bad, were about people committing really awful crimes. And yet you still really care about the main characters and you want them to succeed. Now, let me tell you now, no spoilers in the comments. I am on season 3 of both of those shows. And Dexter went, I think, through season 8 before they ended the series. Breaking Bad had like 5, maybe. So no spoilers in the comments. Don't do that to me, yo. I care about God, you guys, I make videos! You're not gonna be spoiling my shows, are you? It's kind of one of the worst things you can do to somebody. It really ruin their days. Tell them about how their show ends. Ruin the ending of something for them. Although, I gotta say, some people take it too far. Some people are so concerned about the way that they consume media, they've totally forgotten that the whole point of it is to enjoy it. And for example, I read about a study in which they determined that people who knew the ending to mystery novels, as in whodunits, they actually enjoyed the book more than people for whom it was a mystery. You can see on the shortcut for this track, which is the coolest shortcut in the game as far as I'm concerned, but it's hard to get to, especially when you have no items like you do on this one. You have to get a really good power slide in order to get up there without any items. You can see up there they were... I'm gonna get squished. Oh, barely not. Just barely not. Up there on the shortcut, there's 3 boxes that are each worth 3 seconds off the clock. So, if you can get up there, it's worth your time and effort. Even if you miss it once, I think you still come out ahead. Oh, I wanted that too. Oh well. Got myself a sapphire relic. If I'd been about maybe 2 seconds faster, I might have gotten the gold. Anyway, I find it strange that 2 of my favorite, and in my opinion, 2 of the best shows that have been on TV in the past decade, Dexter and Breaking Bad, they're both about people who commit really awful crimes, like, you know, murder and selling meth, and I guess murder. I don't know. I haven't seen enough of the show. I'm sure he kills somebody eventually. Why am I here again? I clicked retry, didn't I? Jesus. I gotta quit just pushing buttons and start looking at the screen first. It's generally a good strategy for video gaming. Look at the screen before you push buttons. And generally, you want to look at the screen, push some buttons, and keep looking at the screen to see what those buttons do. If I could just master that skill, I'd actually have some talent.
Earn a relic.
Look at me wheeling my wheels. I like how during the cutscene, if you try and turn left and right, the wheels move, but Crash doesn't. As soon as the cutscene ends, he starts doing, like, the washing machine. Oh, man. You guys remember, the President's Challenge? It was a thing we did in PE back in, I guess, elementary school. And it was like, oh, don't go over the track, go in the track. It was all about, like, jump rope and stuff. I don't know, it was like the same week as, like, the jump rope for heart. Which I feel like that must have been... I don't even know who was the president when I was, like, 8. Clinton, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, there was the week of fitness that where everybody did the hula hoops and the jump roping, and it was supposed to be all about learning to be fit and all of that and stuff. Why the hell am I talking about it? I have no idea what reminded me of that. Oh, it was the way Crash was leaning back and forth in the cart. It reminded me of one of the exercises they made us do. They called it the washing machine, and you were supposed to just kind of do exactly what Crash was doing. You'd, like, put your elbows out in sort of like a defensive formation. I don't know what you would call it. You'd stick them out. You stick your elbows out, but you keep your hands close to your body. And then you would turn from side to side, twisting your torso. Look at that. I got that box. I got that box! That box! You twist your torso, sort of turn right, turn left, etc., back and forth, and that exercise was called the washing machine, because I guess that's supposed to resemble the spin cycle. I don't know. Why am I talking about this? I hope that some of you in the comments remember this, or I'm just going to be totally embarrassed. Everyone's going to be like, what the hell are you talking about, Poncho? The washing machine? Is that some kind of strange ghetto dance? I'm not up to date with the kids today. Is that what the kids are doing? They got this new thing called the washing machine. Oh, man. Hey, man, you want to go smoke some dope and do the washing machine? I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I'm such a goody two-shoes, I don't even know how to, like, pretend to be a Neanderthal of a teenager. I never went crazy enough when I was that age to be able to fake it. Now, too mature and responsible. Man, it sucks having a job. That should be the moral of every story I tell from now on. Man, it sucks having a job. I haven't talked about that much recently because I haven't been making any vlog videos. No apologies. And it's so totally true. Having a full-time job just blows. I mean, I got so used to it in college, having all this free time, and now I got no free time. But I am making videos again, which is good, and that makes me happy. Man, I gotta tell you, I mean, as cool as it is to have money and all, I'm such a goody two-shoes that all I'm doing is saving it, and so it doesn't feel like I have that much more money. And so it's still kind of a pain, because I have to do all of the things that suck about having a full-time job, like getting up early in the morning, staying in until 5, you know, at work, doing stuff that doesn't really mean a whole lot to me personally, but it's valuable to the company. You know, that becomes what's valuable to you personally, because it's important for your career and all that. I got a gold! I got a gold! Probably because I got most of the time boxes. I think the one I missed might have been off of the track in one of the shortcuts. Anyway. Yeah, it's nice having more money and all, and I have been enjoying it. I have been spending it on I hit retry again! I hit retry again. I have been spending it on a few things. I'll tell you what, the biggest expense I have that I didn't anticipate? Going out to lunch. I always thought, okay, oh, you know, I'll save some money. I'll make peanut butter and jelly all the time, and I'll, look at this, I'm getting a gold medal. Alright, we've seen this cutscene enough.
You earn a relic.
Thank you, Akaku, for that lovely, what did he even call what he does? Let's, you know what, balls to World 2. I'm gonna go to World 3 next. I don't want to have to drive to that friggin' intermediate zone again. We'll go to the snow one. Who cares? The tracks are all pretty much the same difficulty around the first 3 worlds. It's only the 4th one that they actually do a little bit harder. Yeah. Going out to lunch. I thought, you know, oh hey, I'll save up money. There's nothing here. Oh, that's one of those CTR tracks. Let's do this shitty one first. Friggin' tiny arena. I hate this track. This will be the last time we have to race on it though. Once I get this relic, we're done with it. In fact, once I get these relics, we're done with all the tracks, and once I have all the relics, it's one more boss race, and we're done with the game. So we're closing in on it. It'll be like 4 or 5 more videos, and we'll be done. It'll be like 3 if I do 5 or 6 CTR races, or relic races each video. This is the long track, it might be the last one. Anyway, there's going to be a lot of boxes. I'm going to go in all kinds of weird squiggly patterns to try and get them all. In general, it's worth it to go out of your way to try and get a box, as long as you don't, turn around or anything like crazy like that. But if it's, taking a longer, slower path through a corner, it's worth it. Go for it, go and pick up that 1 second box. You'd be surprised how long 1 second is in a race. You can actually go quite a distance. I mean, I don't know if any of you watch NASCAR, but if you're 1 second behind the leader, it's like you got a little bit of space between the two, but you need to catch up. Yeah, so what was I talking about? Oh, goodness, I've lost it completely now. Okay, I was talking about TV shows, the washing machine. Oh, where was I? That wasn't the most recent thing. Vlogs? Having a job, right. I tell you, it's nice having more money, but going out to lunch. Okay, so that's what it was, going out to lunch. If you are at all social, it's hard to say no when a coworker says, hey, let's go to lunch. Because if you say no and you don't have a good reason, you just seem like you don't like your coworkers, which I like my coworkers, they're cool. All but one, they're really awesome. And so I would very much enjoy having lunch with them. It would be my pleasure, as you say. But it's also expensive, If you eat out every day, I figured out, I did a little math, imagine that, me, as a graduate at the University of Georgia, I have a Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics, so I can do basic math, which means that I was able to calculate through complex formulas involving both addition and multiplication that it costs about $200 a month to go out to lunch every day, assuming I spend $10 a day or less. So it's expensive. I mean, $200 a month it's a big deal. That adds up a lot over a year. You got almost $2,500. That's just for you to eat a burrito every day. Granted, the places we go out to lunch are pretty tasty, and each one of them is worth the money. But is the entire experience throughout a year worth all of the money added together? That's kind of a question. It's like I'm willing to, and that's where it becomes confusing for me, because all of the social aspects set aside, even coming from a purely financial point of view, one lunch is worth $10 to me. That's fine. I can afford it. I'll pay it. It's that's what the food's worth. It's tasty enough, convenient enough. That's, like I say, it's worth it. but is a year's worth of lunches worth $2,500. Why did I avoid the box with the 3? That was a foolish mistake. I'll still get the gold one, I bet. Let's wait and see. Anyway, and that's where it becomes an issue, is because you might say yes to the first question and no to the second. Like one lunch, yeah, worth $10. A year's worth of lunches worth $2,500? No, $2,500 feels like so much more, even though it's the same cost per lunch. And that's just sort of it's like a paradox almost. I should name that and get myself a Wikipedia page. I'm getting that 3, yeah! Got a nice power slide with it too. Ho! I'll take those time-saving maneuvers with a side of power slide, please. Oops, oh my goodness, I killed my speed with that faulty power slide. I thought that track was going to straighten out, so I tried to go back to the left, and it did not work out for me. Woohoo! Double boost! I still think boost is the best word to describe what those turbo track portions do. Because turbo, I guess turbo is also a word that a child would particularly enjoy saying, like, I want to go turbo speed, or turn on the turbo, or whatever. But boost, get a boost. It's one of those words that I hear it and it makes me think, yeah, I would have said that as an 8-year-old. Yeah, but I can look at the 3. Look at that. And I got the gold as I predicted, even though I missed 14 of the time-saving boxes. I'm not sure, if you get that one right at the very end, I don't think it actually took time off. I think it just froze the clock for 3 seconds, which I didn't take full advantage of, considering I hit the finish line about a second after I hit the box. Exit to map. Look at me, I'm learning. Alright, well, that is enough for this episode. I've talked about all kinds of silly things, and if you remember the washing machine, or like jump rope for heart, or the President's Fitness Challenge, I remember as a kid, I probably, as an 8-year-old, I probably couldn't have told you who the president was, but I knew about the President's Fitness Challenge because we did it every year in PE, and it involved a lot of hula hooping, which I could never do. I could never hula hoop.
Great.
I was horrible at it. I still can't wiggle my hips. I can't dance. I can't hula hoop. I can't do any of that stuff. But I can make videos. So I'll see you next time on Let's Play Crash Team Racing when we do some more Relic races.